first EOSIO top 10 moments of the quarter. Now, these will be the top #1 moments from all the previous weekly videos that we do and have done throughout the Q1 of 2022. Now, as always, none of this is financial advice, and you are strongly advised to do your own research. And this is brought to you by the team at Helios, myself, Chris Barnes.
And Waxer. So, starting with number 10. On February 14th, our #1 moment was Eve's tweet, which was about the ENF pursuing legal action against B1.
Yeah, that's right. So Yves LaRose of the EOS Network Foundation basically released a tweet indicating that himself, or at least the ENF, would be pursuing or investigating potential legal action against Block 1. So basically, to update on that, not a whole lot has really come out in terms of new news. There have been a few questions pointed towards Yves in Telegram and in Discord, and he has responded. However, the response was sort of as expected in that there is no new information, and when there is something to be said, he will disclose it publicly. So I guess for now, we're just going to sit back and wait and see what comes of this potential litigation event. Now, for number 9, on March 13th, we released a top 5, and the #1 from that week was Eden Capital with a series of tokenomic suggestions for EOS.
Yeah, so the Eden Capital provided their third Core Plus community feedback document. The idea behind this was to incentivize long-term lockup and voting with inflation rewards while enhancing the activity of the US mainnet. The goal was to change one EOS, make it so that it was one EOS and one vote. This was to have a more decentralized approach to voting distribution and to also help avoid whales voting for each other while enhancing the safety of the EOS mainnet. So at the time, this looked like a great piece of community feedback. And as the Yield Plus working group takes shape, I think we will begin to see some of these ideas potentially implemented and, if not, at least considered. So for number 8, on March 28th, our top moment of the week was about ZOS Wallet.
That's right. Yes. So back then, the ZOS team released their very first version of the JavaScript wallet. So to those who don't know, this is a privacy transaction option that will be available to users on the EOS mainnet. The project's ZK Snark verifier is up and running on the Kylan testnet now and will soon be running on the mainnet. They are developing 2 libraries for this. One is a simple header-only library for EOSIO smart contracts, and the other is a Rust library for the client wallet side. Also, the ZOS team had another successful Pomelo pitch for Season 2, which received $2,500 in donations from 145 contributors. Really exceptional support there. The matching amount is still to be determined, but should be upwards of $25,000. So great progress from the ZOS team, and definitely looking forward to see how this plays out the rest of the year. Now, for number 7, on February 20th, we released that the #1 moment there was that the Noonies 2021 awards are out.
Yeah, so Douglas Horn was awarded the 2021 Hacker Noon's biggest builder of blockchain of 2021. Douglas, as one of the chief, well, actually the chief architect of the Telos network, was praised for his work with the Telos EVM and the high-performance nature and achievements of Telos, along with making Telos a green chain. Since then, Douglas has been extremely active and busy as usual, and came out recently with numerous proposals, but the one that really caught my attention was the Telos EVM 2.0, and we'll cover a bit more on this a little bit later. And for number 6, on the 7th of March, our top moment of the week was about Haifa DAO.
Yes, at the time, the Haifa DAO, or DO, as they call it, DHO, or for Decentralized Human Organization, they released a run-through video showing off their soon-to-be live DAO creator tool. So this is still, you can kind of go to haifa.earth and check it out, and you've got a few screenshots there to show what they're going to be coming out with. So Haifa is creating a tool that can benefit any group of humans who want to acknowledge contributions to a common cause and or govern a shared pool of resources. We're still waiting to see the launch of the DAO creator tool, which from the options listed on the website, haifa.earth, look amazing. They've got a startup template, a co-op template, a villages template, which is super cool. And Haifa currently also has a token sale ongoing. So if you weren't aware, this is a utility token, and they kind of refer to it as a contribution accounting token to track those that have contributed capital, time, finances, and assets, etc., to the project. If you do want to participate in that, you will need a Seeds account. And in order to get that, you need to go to the Haifa Discord channel. So if you're curious about supporting the project from that side, go to the Haifa Discord channel. We'll link that below. and you can get your seeds count and participate in the token sale. And in general, you definitely look forward to having this DAO creator tool launched and ready to go, but it certainly looks like it's around the corner because we've got screenshots and videos about how it's going to work. So I think it's very close. Looking forward to that. So for number 5, on January 24th, our number 1 moment was the Telos Roadmap announced.
Yeah, so the ambitious Telos Roadmap, which was announced earlier at the start of the year, clearly laid out a pathway for a great list of development goals for the Telos network. As of now, the Telos Roadmap has been recently updated just on the 19th of April to now include progression on some of the plans that they have for the future. And what really caught my attention, as I mentioned on one of the earlier points there, was that it now includes the Telos EVM, which is the 2.0 progression. I'd highly recommend having a look at the Telos Roadmap, and the link will be available in the description, and you can see all the great plans they have for later in this year. And for number 4, on March 7th, our top moment of the week was about Ultra Roadmap.
Yes, and to be fair, number 5 and number 4 really are tied because there's no reason to have Telos being above or below Ultra in terms of the roadmap, but we put them in sort of chronological order here when they actually came out, just to be clear. Fans of both projects, of course. So updating on this, in April, it looks like the unique marketplace closed beta went live. So that was one of the items on the roadmap. They've also teamed up with Cross the Ages, which is a mobile-first collectible play-to-earn NFT card game. And also they've come out with Tandem: A Tale of Shadows, which is a very cool looking puzzle game. And then on the roadmap, which we haven't seen yet, but I'm still very curious about, and that is the exclusive sports game and the exclusive first-person shooter game. So as far as the roadmap goes, things are coming along for sure. And I think lots more to come from the Ultra team in terms of what these exclusive game titles will be, as that will drive a lot more potential users directly to their platform because it's an exclusive game. So looking forward to that. Number 3 on our summary here is from February 28th. Fractally was announced by Daniel Ermer.
The Fractally paper and branding was released. It was quite an in-depth white paper. And since then, the community have really grasped the ideas and concepts behind Fractally and they've started exploring them in their own way. And not only have the community been doing that, but also Dan Larimer himself and the team behind Fractally have also been getting heavily involved in these meetings. And they're every Saturday. So I think it's been so far explored and is already currently in further development by community feedback. So I have high hopes for Fractally in the near future. Hopefully we'll see something by the end of the year in terms of development. Now for number 2. On February 7th, our top moment of the week was that Telos had an EVM hackathon.
Yeah, that's right. So this is the very first, I believe it was the very first EVM focused hackathon from Telos, and this was called the Spark Hackathon. So in the end, they had great results here. I do believe it was extended a little longer. It was supposed to be just a short 1-month one, and it ended up becoming about a 2-month process to get it all done. They had 156 unique participants with 26 published projects. So they've, by the time of doing this announcement now, they've actually gone through, they had a finalist, and they've come out with who actually won. So Ploost app, the real world metaverse, they were the first prize winner, and they allow users to create, player, and share and monetize interactive experiences using proven cutting-edge augmented reality and geolocation technologies. They were the recipients of 100,000 Telos. Next, with 50,000 Telos prize, was the Telos Spark Bridge, and this is a seamless solution for users to access various dApps to effortlessly bridge their tokens between Telos Native and Telos EVM at a fraction of the cost and effort. And then the next 5 projects all received 10,000 Telos for their contribution as their prize. And we've got Cheda, which is a lending protocol with isolated lending pools, and VE, don't know what that means, token mechanics, allows for token holders to direct token emissions to lending pools. There's a project called Refund, an expense management system for DAOs, an app that tracks files expenses such as fuel, travel, and meals. Refund makes it easier to track and reimburse all expenses tied to your DAO, which I actually think is quite cool. Telos Build is a fundraising platform exclusively for Telos EVM. We've got Video Wiki, which is to turn your event audience into NFT fan clubs, conduct audience drops for your town halls, launch parties, and AMAs. And then finally, Shojiru, a proof of concept native Telos yield optimizer, and a yield optimizer with improved tokenomics to provide a further yield to farmers. So congratulations to those who won a prize, and of course, everyone who participated. And look out for more hackathons. I know there's more to come from Telos, and also on the EOS side, surely there'll be EVM related hackathons there too. And projects are likely cross-compatible across all. So if you didn't have success in the Telos hackathon, take your project over to EOS or submit it in the next Telos hackathon if you can tweak it to suit whatever the particular focus of that hackathon will be. Stay tuned to these updates, as I'm sure when it comes out, whatever the next hackathons are, they will make it on our top 5 EOSIO moments for that week. Now, finally, number 1, on March 20th, our top 5 moment for that week was that Pomelo Season 2 gets another $125,000 commitment from the EOS Network Foundation.
Yeah, congratulations to everyone involved with Pomelo, and congratulations on being our Q1 first number 1 out of 10. So in total, after the $125,000 commitment, the overall donation amount was slightly over $1 million, which is absolutely amazing. I think Pomelo season has been very successful. There were some great projects involved, and it was great to see the community come together and fund projects that will have a massive impact on the EOS and EOSIO networks.
So one thing to keep in mind, of course, with Pomelo, and this is well known to everybody, this won't be new information to those who are paying attention, and that is this is a crowdfunding platform and uses a quadratic matching formula. So what that means is the number of unique individuals who donate to a particular project amplify the amount of potential matching that comes from the matching pool. So what Waxa spoke to was the actual matching provided from the EOS Network Foundation, which was $888,088 plus now this extra $125K, which isn't included in the matching pool. However, that's going to be given after. But that $888K gets allocated based on the number of unique individuals and the formula and outcomes a matching amount. What this does, unfortunately, is it incentivizes Sybil attacks. And what that is basically where one individual decides to create multiple EOS accounts, giving funding EOS to those EOS accounts and having them each individually donate to their own project, possibly. So one way that this will be mitigated in the future is just to amplify the effect and the power of the trust score. So currently, when you sign up for Pomelo and you tag your EOS account and your login account to one of your socials, could be your Twitter, your GitHub account, and eventually maybe your Eden account, because that's a unique individual. Also, if you follow the KYC process, if you're an actual grant participant, then you can be KYC'd your account. And also currently they have Port, which is basically taking an NFC reader on your phone. You scan your passport, which means you have a passport, so you're a unique human, and you tie that to your Pomelo account. So if those unique identified human accounts have a far greater trust score, eventually that will essentially kind of wash out any of these Sybil attacks, because those attacks won't have these extra social bonuses and the trust score bonus. So again, this isn't new news. It's going to happen. We expect it to happen. This is why the team at EOS Nation and the Pomelo team are using EOS Detective and many other sort of data analytics tools to look for these types of irregularities and do whatever they can to help to mitigate the downside of those who might try to game this. So that concludes our EOSIO top 10 moments of Q1 of 2022. Of course, big congratulations to Pomelo. A great season, lots of great projects. I think that had over 120 different projects. And so we look forward, and we'll get more statistics too. So we'll really see how that breaks down. So great work there. Looking forward to more seasons. Again, it's every quarter we have those, and all the other projects and recipients. Look forward to seeing what you do throughout the year, and you'll make it back on our list, and we'll talk about you again.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next Sunday with our top 5 moments of the week. We look forward to seeing you then.